So I could come back at a different time if this is a bad time for you.
Why do that? You're already here.
Well, it's just that driving over here, I was realizing that it's dinner time, and you probably want to have dinner. You and Lucy probably want to...
Actually, Lucy's gone out, and I've already had dinner. Come on in. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a long time, huh?
Oh, before I forget, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to your wedding. I was recuperating.
Don't worry about it. It didn't even really happen anyway. It's so cool that you live in a lighthouse. I love that. It's kind of like a fantasy I used to have.
Really?
Yeah. Well, when I was growing up, I was always in boarding schools, you know, basically my whole life. And, I don't know, I was always surrounded by a bunch of crazy girls all the time. I was crazy, too, but I kind of always wanted my own place, you know? Some place where I could be alone, like a little shack on the beach or a lighthouse. A lighthouse is definitely the coolest choice. Must be great here. You must feel really safe. Is it okay if I...
Oh, please, sit down. Are you still staying at the Hotel Penthouse?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jax calls it the hot house. I love him. So cute. He loves me. So what more could you want? I guess that's the question, right? I don't really know what I want.
Well, would you like to take a stab at it?
Okay. I think I want a friend. Actually, I really think I want more than a friend. You know, I've always kind of wanted someone in my life who just knows stuff.
Well, I suppose I qualify in a couple of those directions, but you realize I'm not a practicing doctor anymore. Then again, I'm not crazy anymore either.
That's good. I think I'm crazy. You know, Robin told me that everything I said to you would be confidential. And
absolutely. What's going on?
I feel like I can't really think straight. Like I don't really know how to be happy. I don't think I ever remember really knowing how to be happy. I don't even understand how I could not be happy. I mean, I have the most wonderful man in the world in my life, Jax. And I'm just a junkie.
Do you mean that literally?
No, I'm not literally. Yeah.
I'll need your help here. What exactly do you mean by junkie in your case? Are you using hard drugs?
No, I'm not using hard drugs. I would never do hard drugs. I mean, no. You know, I don't even know what I would do anymore. The drugs that I've been taking are prescription drugs. They're for my hip. I've been taking them ever since the hit and run. They're called hydrocodone.
That was quite a while ago.
Yeah, but the pain kept on acting up, and Alan told me that they were safe. You know, I haven't taken one since the cave.
I read about that. That must have been terrifying.
I was scared. Thank God for Jax. He saved me. He pulled me right out of there.
Refresh my memory a little. You said you started taking the pills when you got hurt. That was when exactly?
Oh, that was during the time that Lily was married, or Sonny was married to Lily. And Lily was actually standing right next to me when the car came at me. She pushed me out of the way. I guess she kind of saved my life. And they took me to the hospital, and they told me that I had internal injuries. And Alan gave me this prescription for these painkillers. And then Jax picked me up from the hospital, and he took me to Malibu. That was his prescription for me, to take me away and treat me like a queen.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it was nice. No, not just because it was glamorous and fun and everything, but I felt like it was the first time that we ever really got to know each other. You know, we weren't lovers at the time. We were just really, really good friends. Now we're both, of course. You know, we're not really legally married. But I felt... I really don't feel like this is what I need to talk about. I think maybe I need to talk about the pills.
Well, let's go back a little bit. When you first started taking the pills, obviously you needed them.
Yes, I did. I started modeling again, and I had to stand on my feet all the time in heels. My hip used to hurt like crazy. So I'd take one, and I always felt better afterwards. And then sometimes one wouldn't work anymore, so I'd take two. And then sometimes I'd just take them before it even started to hurt, so I wouldn't even have to worry about it. And then after that, I just kind of started taking them for other reasons. Like sometimes I couldn't sleep, and sometimes I'd take them when I was stressed out or when I was feeling bad. Or
Did Alan ever increase the prescription?
No, actually, you know, the first bottle that I went through, he was kind of concerned because I had gone through it so fast. So, I was on this shoot, and this photographer told me about a doctor who you could just call, and he would have the pill sent to you. And that was perfect for me. I mean, everyone was so casual about it all the time that I didn't even think. I guess that's what the pills did for me. They really made me not have to think. But now that I'm not taking them anymore, I feel like I still can't think. In fact, the longer I go without one, the worse I feel.
I'm sorry that's the case, but you should know it's not unusual. You see, when anyone goes through a chemical dependency and the withdrawal begins to subside, you still have to contend with a psychological dependency, and it's usually a long and hard process.
Well, the only problem is I just don't know how much longer I can do this. If I'm going to keep on feeling really shaky and miserable all the time.
Well, it's a cliche, I know, but it's a darn good one. You can only go through this one day at a time. Personally, I would suggest that you sit down with someone who specializes in the field. I could easily make a referral.
Yeah, I don't know. If I spoke to someone else, then they wouldn't really know.
About the cave.
How'd you know I was going to say that?
Educated guess. Brenda, you don't need to tell me anymore if you don't want to, but it's very clear that you were traumatized. And it's still with you.
I kind of feel like there's some things that won't leave me. Like sometimes the way I feel about Sonny. When we were in there, I felt like it was fate, that we were there and that we were dying together. And we said all these things to each other. And we told each other that we were sorry for everything. And we said that there were so many things that we wished we hadn't have done, that we did. I told him that I thought I needed the pills. I guess when you're facing death, you get pretty upfront. Because we told each other that that we love each other. And, we made love.
Life in the face of death.
But then I didn't die.
What is it that hurts, Brenda?
It hurts that I can't tell Jax what happened with Sonny, because we've always been so honest with each other. But I feel like I can't do it without my pills. They made me brave.
You said the pills kept you from thinking. How does that qualify as courage?
Well, then the pills made me feel like I was brave, which was the same thing.
I disagree. You see, a coward wouldn't be able to stay away from the pills as long as you have. Psychological withdrawal can be agony, and you're getting through it. That only proves to me how strong you really are.
I'm really not strong. Sonny's the one who had to move the rocks out of the way. Jax is the one who pulled me out. Seems like it's always been that way. Like there's always been some guy there doing things for me.
Doing what then?
I don't know. I can't explain it to you. I didn't understand what was going on through my whole life while it was happening. I just feel like I'm starting to understand things right now a little bit. I've always felt attached to some guy. Even if he wasn't even with me, even if he didn't even like me. You know, my father was huge. Not physically, well, he is, but he was powerful.
Were you close?
No. No, we were not. He really liked my sister, Julia. God, it seems like my whole entire life, I was always trying to get my dad's attention. I was kind of a troublemaker. I did a lot of crazy things. Because all I ever really wanted was for Harlan Barrett to notice me. You know, I would get in trouble because I would want him to have to do something about me.
And what did he do?
Well, he'd just pay for the damage and send me off to another school. Every school was just a little bit farther away from him. But then I started to realize that other guys would pay attention to me. And then after that, it just seems like I have spent all of my time performing or wanting or waiting for some guy who just seemed so terribly important.
It's all right, Brenda. Go ahead and feel it. It's safe here.
I don't want to feel this. Oh, God, I don't want to know this.
What do you know now?
I think that every single decision I've ever made in my life, every move I've ever made, was because of some guy. Oh, God. Ugh. Is that true? I think that's true. If that's true, then that means every single thing I've ever done in my whole life has been for someone else and not for myself. I don't think the real me has ever made a sound.
happening right now?
I just feel a lot of pain right now. I don't want to feel it.
Where do you feel it?
It starts at my hip. And it spreads all over my whole body. I think that I need a pill right now.
Okay. Brenda, we have a chance to get to the emotional end of this here.
I don't want to. It hurts too much.
What hurts? You're holding yourself. Why? What does that do for you?
I don't know what it does for me. I don't know why I do anything. Listen. I have some pills in my purse. And I think maybe if I just had one of them right now, you know, because you're here with me and I'd be safe.
You're safe without it, Brenda. I think you're holding the pain in. That's why you're wrapping yourself around yourself like that. Try letting go.
No, I don't want to. It hurts.
What hurts?
The truth. I want to be able to tell Jax the truth. I want to be able to tell the truth to myself. Sorry for losing it like that.
There's no need. You're in pain. Believe me, I know you're entitled.
I don't feel like I'm entitled. Done things to hurt people who I love, and I can't even tell them.
You mean Jax?
Yep. I made love with Sonny, and I lied to my husband. You know, it's the same exact thing that I was so upset about with Miranda, because he lied to me about it. It's a lie of omission. You know, where you don't lie in words, you lie in no words. And now I'm doing the same thing with Sonny, too. I'm not being fair to him either. I let things go that far. And then I just go off on my merry way and expect him to just sit in some kind of limbo while I decide things, while I make decisions. I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't know how to tell someone who I love, who loves me back, that I made love to someone else.
How do you?
Well, I don't know. I guess I could just say, honey, you know that we thought we were dying, so I mean, it was the least that I could do.
Well, it's a start. You take off the flip ending and you're left with the truth. Are you sorry you made love to Sonny?
No. I could never be sorry about that.
Does that mean he's the one you'd like to be with?
I don't know. Part of me screams yes. But maybe that's just because I'm so used to loving him. I've just never felt anything like that before. The way I feel with him is so intense. It scares me. You know, there was a time in my life when I thought that it was the best thing that had ever happened to me. But now I don't know. Now I have Jax, and Jax just loves me. He's so gentle with me and accepting. He just loves me exactly the way I am. I love them both.
Wow. That's a lot to filter through a dependency withdrawal.
Right? See? That's exactly why I think take a pill, and it'll just make it all better. What do you think? Please.
Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence that your coming to me declares, but I really think you would be better served by someone who's presently in the field, especially since my drug counseling days are far behind me now. Make no mistake about it, Brenda. Your primary problem right now is the drug dependency. Once you go through the withdrawal process, you can decide about the rest, but you can't make any informed choices until you have yourself back.
Whew. Okay. Well, maybe you could recommend someone, because
I am so glad you asked. Not only is this person knowledgeable and very experienced, she's also very discreet.
I'd appreciate that.
Well, I wish I could do more. What?
I don't know, I just thought maybe I'd ask how you're managing.
Managing.
Well, just because you're a shrink, that doesn't mean that you can't talk about your problems, right?
Oh, you'd like to know how I've been doing since my recent mental meltdown. Uh-huh. Well, I try not to analyze it too much. I'm learning to roll with the punches, as they say, be less controlling and rigid, accept things as they come on a daily basis, but most importantly, I try not to be too angry at myself. That's really wasted energy that's much better spent on what I can affect, which is you and what's in here.
I'm glad I came here. You really helped me a lot. You helped me realize a lot of things I need to do. So, thanks.
Anytime.